In this video, I'll be giving you a brief explanation of Ohm's law and will be solving the numericals regarding that. So as we all know, Ohm's law states that the current through a conductor between 2 points is directly proportional to the voltage across that point. So that means if you are having a circuit like this, okay, and the current when it is going through the circuit, there can be a resistance in the circuit. Okay, so whatever the amount of current that is flowing, it will directly be proportional to what is the voltage across that circuit. Okay, so the current flowing in the circuit will be proportional to the voltage across the circuit. If all the physical conditions remain constant, then the current that is going through a circuit, okay, any circuit, will be proportional to the voltage. So we can just note it down like this. Voltage is directly proportional to current. So to remove the proportionality, we are introducing a constant resistance. So V is equal to IR. This is a basic formula that you can use for solving many numericals. So here in this case, V is the voltage, I is the current, and R is the resistance. So the current that is going through a circuit, it is proportional to the voltage across the circuit, and we are having a constant here, that is the resistance. So from this formula itself, that is a basic formula, very important formula. Okay, with this formula we will be able to solve many numericals. From this itself we can derive resistance. Okay, like if you multiply, like if R we are having, if we are having, we have to find R in a numerical, then we can just cross multiplication and V by I. Okay, we can use this formula. Okay, R is V by I. Similarly, if you want to find I, that is a current. Okay, similarly, if you want to find the current I, then that is V by R. Okay, so from the same formula only, these two are also derived. So if you are having a circuit, a basic circuit in which any of the two are given, if either voltage is mentioned or current is mentioned, then from that we will be able to find the resistance. Similarly, if you are having a circuit in which we know about the voltage and resistance, then we will be able to find the current in that. For one easy method to remember, okay, we need to just remember this diagram. Okay, the same formula in a different way. If you remember this diagram, okay, the small triangle and the order in which it is placed. So here E voltage is shown as E. Okay, V, in some books you can see voltage as V, and in some we are having E. Okay, so same here V is shown here as E. So you can see this diagram. This is just an easy method to remember all the formulas. So imagine in a circuit, we are supposed to find the voltage, that is E here. We are having a circuit and we are asked to find the voltage E here. So to find that, what we have to do is, we can just place your finger over this. Okay, just hide the part which we have to find. So what is rest? I and R. I and R. So we got the first formula, E is equal to IR, or we can say V is equal to IR. Okay. In similar way, if you are supposed to find current, okay, if you are supposed to find current, then we need to just place your finger over I. Okay, you can just place your finger over I. So now we are supposed to find current I. Okay, we can see here it is E by R. You can see E is on the top and R is below. E by R. Okay. Now similarly, if we have to find the resistance, okay, if you have to find the resistance, if you are supposed to find the resistance in a circuit, R is equal to E by I. You can see from this simple triangle, we were able to get all the three formulas. This method is just to remember the basic, the main formula is R is equal to V by I or E by I. E and V are the same. As I told you, V and E are the same. This is a basic formula. Okay. And if any of the two are known, like voltage is known or current is known, we can find the resistance. Similarly, if we are having the voltage and resistance, we can find the current. And also, if we are having the current and the resistance, we can find the voltage. These are the three formulas. Okay, this is a, if you recall, you can only remember this formula, and just by cross multiplying you can find the answer. Or these are the three separate formulas of Ohm's law. Okay, you can replace it with E or V accordingly. Okay. So now here you can see we are given a figure 6.2. You can see that we can have a 12 volt battery here. Then we are having two resistance here. So now that the total resistance of the circuit is known, okay, so in this circuit, what will be the total? These two are connected in series, okay, these two resistance are connected in series. So RT is equal to R1 plus R2 because it is a series circuit. So in this, what will be the total resistance be? The total resistance will be the sum of the two, 10 plus 30. So the total resistance in this circuit is 40. Okay. So now we know the total resistance in this circuit. Okay. We know the total resistance. We know the voltage, and the voltage is 12 volt. And one more thing to remember is, if we are having a series circuit like this, okay, this is two resistance connected in series. If we are having a series connection like this, then the current I across this series resistance will be the same. Okay, if we are having two resistors connected in series, then the current across it will be the same. And similarly, if you are having two resistors connected in parallel, then the voltage across this will be the same. Okay, voltage across this will be the same. Now we can read here. In a series circuit, the current cannot be different at different points within the circuit. Means if we are having a series circuit, then the current flowing through, if you are having series like this, then the current flowing here and current flowing here will be the same. Okay, the current through a series circuit will always be the same through each element and at any point. Therefore, the current in this simple circuit can now be determined by using Ohm's law. So now we are going to find the current in this circuit. Okay. So for finding the current in the circuit, what we have the resistance RT, the total resistance is 40, and we have the voltage, that is the 12 volt. Now we need to find current. So current formula I is equal to E by R. Okay, so I is equal E. What is E here? 12 volt, and resistance is 40. Okay, so what is the final output we are getting? It is 0.3 ampere. Okay, 0.3 ampere. Now the first case is over. The basic thing, we are finding the current in this circuit. Okay. Now the second case, what they have given is, describes the relationship between the variables of voltage, current, and resistance. Now we have found that it's a linear and easy to illustrate. First, we will act of changing the total resistance of the circuit. The other two remains the same. So in this case, we are going to change. The second case, we are going to change the resistance R of the circuit, okay, and the other, the current and our other elements, we are placing it in the normal way only. We are only changing the resistance in the second circuit. So what we are going to do to the resistance? Resistance RT, okay, RT is doubled. So in the case 2, in the first case, we found the current, okay. In the second case, we are increasing the R2. Okay, the total resistance we are making it double. So double means 40 into 2, that is 80. So in the second case, we are going to find the current. I is equal to E. E is same, 12 volt. Okay, divided by 80. Okay. When you divide this, you will get 0.15. Okay. So in this case, you can see when we have increased the resistance or we have doubled the resistance, at that time, our current has become half, reduced. So in the first case, we were having 40 ohms. At that time, the current was 0.3 amperes. In the second case, we have doubled the resistance. So when we have doubled the resistance, our current has become half of the previous value. So here it is given, the resistance of the circuit is double, the current is reduced by half the original value. Understood? The current is, when it is being double, the current is reduced by half the original value. Okay. Now the third case we will see, we are reducing the RT to half. Okay, means earlier we were doubling the RT, the total resistance. Now we are going to reduce the total resistance by half. So in the case 3, what will be our RT? RT will be 20 ohms. Okay, because we are reducing it by half. So the third case, the voltage is remaining the same, 12. Okay, divided by 20 ohms. 20 ohms because we are reducing it by half. Okay, we are just comparing how the current will be changing when the resistance value is changing. In the same circuit, when the voltage is remaining the same. So when we are dividing this, you can find the final answer is 0.6. Though 0.6 means it is double the current value. So if from this you can understand, when the resistance is reduced by half, then the current will be double. Okay, and when the resistance is doubled, when the resistance is doubled, then the current is reduced by half. These are the three cases explained here. First case, we are just basically finding the current. In second case, we are increasing the resistance, means we are doubling the resistance. Okay, at that case, what will happen when we are increasing the resistance? Okay, when we are increasing the resistance, the current is reducing. And in the third case, we were reducing the resistance, so current is increasing. So this is for the first page of series DC circuit, the introduction. Okay, hope you all understood this basic thing. Thank you for watching.